Good afternoon and welcome to CitizenAY, the platform where we speak truth to power. This afternoon, I want to just go and quickly do something so you can see what is going on. Beg your pardon. I want you to see something. Please, whenever you see the Fulanis, I want you to remember this. You need to remember this. They are from Futajalon and they are trying to take our land. That's what they're trying to do. Usman Fodio is their so-called grandfather. He comes from Futajalon. His heritage comes from Futajalon. His parents come from Futajalon, so they are all Futajalon. If they are telling us that they've got a grandfather's estate, they need to go and find that estate in Futajalon. It is not in Yoruba land, not in Biafra, not in Middle Belt. It's in Futajalon. So they've got that wrong. We need to go and tell them that straight away. Now let's listen. He's trying to force on us. We no longer want to be part of one contraption, one Nigeria. Did you hear also today that the VAT, they don't want you as a Yoruba person, a Biafran or Middle Belt, to open beer parlors? But when they collect the VAT money from Lagos, from Owerri, from all of that places, that includes VAT from sales of alcohol. These people calling themselves Muslims, they collect it. They collect it. Is that not hypocrisy? Is that not hypocrisy? Yes. Let me see if I can actually get this to you. And I want you to, I'm going to read a section to you. I'm glad I took it down, took it yesterday. And now I know why. I wasn't clear as to why I took that. I'm going to show you this now. I'm going to show you this. And you need to see this yourself, actually. And sometimes when we're saying this, sometimes people just think, oh, we're just talking nonsense. But I want to bring this all together. All of this is to make sure that we in the South understand that they don't believe in the religion. These guys don't care about the religion. It's all about our land and the resources and getting it from us. Now, let me do something whilst we're doing this. Go here for a second. I want to quickly just do something which you will see come up in a second. Let's do this. Okay, now you will see something come up, and when I do, I will bring it back and I'll read it to you on that specific point. Okay, now let's go this way. Okay, so I'm going to just do something quickly. You will see it come up now. I don't want to stay too long on this, but this is something we are trying to show the hypocrisy of those who tell you that they believe in Islam and everything else, and they will not touch it, and they will go and destroy. They will destroy. If you have a business, if you have a brewery, and in the south, in the north, they will destroy it. It's not allowed in the land because it's Sharia law. That's what they will tell you. Now, watch this. Let's get this up so you can see. Now, I'm going to do something quickly. Then I will play the video to show you the hypocrisy of these people. Now, let's go. Let's go here. I wanted to do this, and there's a reason now I understand why I was doing it. Now, these people that are saying this to us, I want you to read this again. Look, to show you the hypocrisy. They don't have any interest in religion. So when they talk about Islam, don't fall for it. Please, hang on. Sorry. Now, these people, they don't have any interest in Islam as a religion. They're not interested. They don't care. All they are interested in is how to take your land. Listen to this. I want you to read this. It is very unfair that many states in the north have Sharia police in place, and they prevent people from drinking or selling alcohol, but they end up sharing from the same alcohol money collected in other states. Is that not hypocrisy? Is that not hypocrisy? So the reason I'm saying this is once you know that they don't care, they only want to, what they're using is they destroy. If you are a business in the south, they're destroying your business. Any business you're doing, whatever business, they will destroy it. They impose themselves. They do not pay compensation. How many compensation have they paid to the businesses they destroyed selling alcohol in the north who are from the south? How many? I'm telling you, it's zero. So I want you to understand the hypocrisy of these people. When they talk about the religion of Islam, they know that Yorubas believe in it. So they're using that to bring them, oh, look, we are friends. We agree with you. but they want your land. So let's listen on. When they're doing what they're doing now, when you hear him now, you will understand the hypocrisy. And I will show that picture again to bring it in, to make sure to remind you. Now let's play it again. Let's play it here. Listen.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we have visited this town, Goho, which found is a Muslim community, and we can see some cattle grazing in their courtyard. This is a
Listen, having cows is actually not something new to us. We have cows. We have farmers who rear cows, and they don't kill. They don't kill. They don't kill. We have them in Ipokia local government. They don't go around killing the farmers who have farms that or destroy their crops. The cow owners keep them away from that, from destroying other people's farms. But you guys, under the guise of grazing, we kill people. You walk around with guns killing people in our land. That is not about Islam. This is about land grab.
Place where I think Nigerians need to understand that we need to live together. Because I've seen nothing here that...
Well, when you're telling me that, there's a picture I want you to look at, those of you, to look at this. When it's telling us to live together, please, I want you to look at this video, this picture closely. That is Gumi in the middle of, sitting in the middle of terrorists. I'm going to get you one more picture. I'll get you one more picture to make sure you understand just what we're dealing with. Let me get you one more picture that is even more stark. Where is it? Is that it? No. Okay, let me see. 1 second, please. I'm just going to get you the picture. I know I have it somewhere, but let's see if I've got it here. 1 second, please. It does tend to happen that information I want sometimes won't come to hand necessarily, but let's just see if it will happen this time around. Let's see if it will happen this time around. I think I did put it here. Let me see. Let me just see if what comes up. Okay. Right. It doesn't matter. But there is another one I will show you. I'll leave that for now. But I will come back with a picture later on. But it's important you understand that when you're hearing him talk, don't be fooled. These are people that come from Futajala, and the agenda is to land grab. Remember that. Now let's listen on.
It can warrant people to agitate that they should be separated from our beloved country, Nigeria. Professor Usman Yusuf, I don't know whether you have anything to say.
The reason why we are asking for separation from contraption Nigeria is that we are being killed every day by these people that you are talking with. The reason why we are going away from contraption Nigeria, Gumi, is that you are sitting in the middle of Boko Haram terrorists that are killing Southerners, Middle Belt, Biafrans, and Yorubas every day, and not one of them have been jailed. So when you come with this false narrative that you believe in one Nigeria, what you believe in is one Fulani nation. That is what you believe in. And you are going for Fulanization, and you are trying to lie and let people believe it, whilst these people that you sit with here go around killing us. It is all a pack of lies. This is Gumi. This is the real Gumi. The real Gumi sitting with terrorists with guns in his... Look at, there's one of them. One has got a gun. See? There's one there. Look at how that one is sitting. With a gun sitting down. Look, there's another one. There's a gun pointing downwards in the hand of somebody there. There's another gun behind there. There's a gun there. There's guns everywhere. There's guns on this one's hand as well. There's guns everywhere you look. Everywhere you look, there's guns. We need to understand that those of you who are talking about Islam, Yoruba people, the Islam they are talking about is not the same Islam you are talking about. The Islam they're talking about is the one that puts Usman Danfodio as the grandfather who has given them the right to take our land. Big difference. Don't fall for this falsehood. And I will go and do a bit more expose about this professor. When you see him, you think, oh, it's Professor Usman Yusuf. He's talking. I'm going to give you the history behind him, behind that professor. I will give you the history right now. Here we go. Watch this for a bit more.
This is Igoho, made famous by a detainee in Benin Republic.
Notice how he's making fun of Sunday Igboho. By the way, this is not none of this is none of this. Do not believe it. It's all psychology. Remember, I told you about these guys. They are very big on psychology. They don't have power. They don't have real power. All they have is try to play with your psychology. They try to play with your psychology. I've talked about it. The mindset of the Fulanis is on display here. What they've probably done is they've looked at that area. They've thought nobody's coming. There's nobody else there at that day on that particular time. So they went and stood in front of the school and did this video in literally minutes. It does not mean they've spoken to the king or anybody. It does not. But the impression they're trying to give is that we are in control and look at us. Now, we're going to talk a little bit more about this Professor Usman Yusuf to make you know the fraudster that he is. So, and that's the thing. When you see that, you think, oh, the professor, all of this is all psychology. It's all trying to make us feel that, oh, they've got to us. They haven't. We need to start understanding that. So I'm here to really break that down. Very, very important. Now, listen on to what the nonsense he has to say.
Nigeria is one and will always remain one.
Okay, let me see. Nigeria is one and will always remain one. Now, I want you to look at this picture again. Look at that picture. Nigeria is one and will always remain one. Let me see. You see? That is Gumi, and that's Gumi there. The Gumi that's telling us Nigeria is one and will always remain one. He's talking about it from the point of view of the land, not the people. The Fulanis are talking about one Nigeria from the point of view of the land. They are going to make it one Nigeria, and they will make those who are not Fulanis slaves. They will make those who are not Fulanis slaves. That is their idea of one Nigeria. And we need to understand that that is what they are about. That is what they are going for, the Fulanization. We need to stop them. We need to send them back to this place. That's why I have that. Send them back to Futajalon. Send them back to Futajalon. Send them back to Futajalon. Send them back to Futajalon, because they want to take our land by hook or by crook, by any means necessary. And we must defend ourselves by any means necessary. We are being killed on a daily basis. We have had enough of this. Now watch this again. Let's do this. So I'm going to play that line, that role, play it again and listen to what it's saying. And then you know what, you get the context.
Just from the hinterland, where we've seen example of how people should live, right? And this is why we're here.
Now, I want you to remember that name. Please remember the name you're looking at, that name there, Professor Usman Yusuf. I want you to remember that name. Please, we urge you, those of you watching CitizenAY on YouTube, Facebook, please, the account details, we have Cash App, we have PayPal, we have a UK account. Please donate to us. We need your help and support on CitizenAY and OduduwaTVRadio. There are things that we need to get going on ground as we speak. And we need to make sure that whatever you can give us, it helps us in being able to give you information like we're doing here right now. So please, if you can, whatever you can do to support us, please, we urge you to do so. We don't make any secret about that. Whatever we get in funds will certainly go with us being able to manage and run what we're doing here. Plus, helping people back home. All of these things are all combined, and we're spending time and hours, doing a lot of research to bring it to your attention so that you are better informed to make important key decisions. So please, we endeavor to ask you, subscribe to CitizenAY on YouTube, click the notification button, give us the thumbs up. Very, very important. Share the broadcast when you see it. And this is a very important message that we wanted to discuss. But let's carry on now. So let's carry on now and continue. And we'll be giving the messages in between as we go along. One thing before I want to carry on and do that is, like I said, when you go ahead, when you come in, we want you to just do this. That's it. Subscribe. That will be very much appreciated. Subscribe to CitizenAY. Thank you. So let's go ahead with the broadcast again.
Nigeria is our country, and we are working to see how we can all come together.
Now, on that point where it said Nigeria is our country, I want you to understand that when he's talking about it's our country, is not telling you that it is a Yoruba country, that Yorubas are Nigerians, that Biafrans are Nigerians or Middle Belt. When he's saying that, it's a play with words. As far as they're concerned, Nigeria belongs to Fulani. And here's why. I want you to look at these words, these things. As I'm saying it now, make sure you understand it. Very important, we highlight these things and we break it down. We have to say it like it is. Now, here we go. Now, when he says that, I'm going to do something. I'm going to go back and I want you to listen to his words. Then I will play something back and I will show you what I mean. Now, okay, now let's play that bit again. So now.
Rahim. Today we have visited this town.
Sorry. Let me go back again. Now.
I don't know whether you have anything to say.
So listen to this now.
This is Igboho.
So listen.
Famous by
listen.
A detainee in Benin Republic.
Notice the mockery in his voice. He's mocking Igboho.
We're just from the hinterland where we've seen.
Let me go back again. Sorry.
Where we've seen. Nigeria is one and will always remain one.
Did he say that? Now, he said Nigeria is one and will always remain one. Now, listen to these words so you understand what he's talking about. When you hear it, you are hearing, oh, we are all one. We are in one nation and we will be one and we will be well. No, that's not what he's talking about. This is what he's talking about. This is what Ahmadu Bello said. October 12, 1960, 12 days after independence. The new nation called Nigeria should be an estate of our great grandfather, Uthman Dan Fodio. We must ruthlessly prevent a change of power. We use the minorities in the north as willing tools and the south as conquered territory and never allow them to rule over us and never allow them to have control over their future. This was said by Sir Ahmadu Bello, Parrot newspaper in 1947. Further still, I'll even give you one more shocking thing for you to consider going forward. Because we need to challenge this at every point. I keep telling you that it's all about psychology. Nobody has given them the right to come and do this. But they've been watching that area. They've noticed that it's quiet. They've gone in, done the broadcast, and got out. That's what they've done. They've gone in, done the broadcast, got out. Nobody gave them the permission. They've only checked that area, gone under the broadcast, and got out. Now, let's do this again. So I want to show you something more. And I'll come back to Professor Yusuf. It might take a while, but I'm going to show you. Now, I want you to look at something for me. So I want you to listen to these words. See? Now, you'll see come up in a minute. Okay, now, there you go. The next one. Next, to what it said, Nigeria is one. And we, and we won't be broken or whatever, the words he used. We see Nigeria as one. We should be one happy. No, it's not. That's Ahmadu Bello. On the 12 days after independence, the Fulanis had an agenda for Fulanization. 12 days, they exposed it. In 1947, before even that date, Tafawa Balewa, the prime minister, before he became prime minister, said, "We do not want, sir, our southern neighbors to interfere in our development." I should like to make it clear that that if the British quitted Nigeria now at this stage, the northern people would continue their uninterrupted conquest to the sea. Tafawa Balewa. Those of you Yoruba Muslims, get this right. They are out for our land. There's two places I'm telling you. They see the south as a conquered territory. Not my words, the words of Ahmadu Bello. So when they come in there, this is all psychology. That thing that you saw happen was only, they just recorded for a few minutes and they left. That is it. They only recorded for it. They didn't go finding permission from anybody because they believe that's their land. They just went in, did the thing and went. That's all they've done. So they are given the pledge, and the fact that they are making mockery of Igboho, and they are upset. You see, when they're trying to mock Igboho, they are very upset that they cannot touch Oloye Sunday Igboho in Benin. Let's get this right. They are trying to play a mind game here. They are trying to play a mind game. That's why I'm saying we need to understand the mindset of the Fulani thinking, to understand their mindset. Once we understand their mindset, We can see the games they're playing. They are losing this game now. They are losing it. The VHT win by River State is a worry for them, because now they were hurriedly trying to make sure that VAT was now part of the exclusive list, and they wanted to include it, but they couldn't. But each state has the power to raise VAT, and there's precedent about that. I'll talk about that later on in a bit more detail. But I'm just showing you that when he talks about this, listen to this, understand very carefully.
Nigeria is one and will always remain one.
When he says that Nigeria is one and it will always remain one, you need to look at it from this context, the Fulani context. The idea that the Fulani has of a one Nigeria and it will always remain one is the one Nigeria where they conquered to the sea. It does not include you as a Southerner. We need to get that right. You got two men here, Tafawa Balewa, Ahmadu Bello, in the same government. That's their idea. That's what they had in mind. Now you can now see that this idea of one Nigeria is a falsehood, because 12 days after independence, Ahmadu Bello stated the real intention of the Fulanis, and they will not stop until we put a stop to it. That is why we need to send them back to where? Let me show you again. Those of you watching, send them back to Futajalon. We must send them back to Futajalon. So let's watch on for a little bit more. We will I'll bring those pictures in as and when, and I will then, now here we go.
We're just from the hinterland where we've seen example of how people should live, right? And this is why we're here. Nigeria is our country, and we are working to see how we can all.
Now let me see.
You see the town we went to, Elisha.
Let me just go back here.
You see the town we went to, Elisha.
1 second, please.
See how we can all.
You see
here. Nigeria is our country, and we are working to see how we can all.
When he says Nigeria is our country, he's talking about Fulanis. He's not talking about Southerners. When he says Nigeria is our country, he's talking about Fulanis. That Nigeria is for Fulanis, not Southerners. We need to understand that, because Southerners, as far as they're concerned, is a conquered territory. The words of Ahmadu Bello, 12 days after independence. We need to wake up. We are asleep. These guys are playing us. They played us long enough. We need you to wake up. Southerners, Middle Belt, Yorubas, Igbos, wake up. They are playing the game. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Now, let's play on again.
Come together. All faith.
They don't believe in any religion. Their only religion is land, to take other people's land. They come from Futajalon. They come from Futajalon. We must send them back there. They are only, don't believe in that talk that about the faith. They are all, they come from Futajalon. Now let's, let me leave that there. Let me play, sorry, 1 second, please. So let me just play now. Let's carry on.
You see the town we went to, Elisha, Burata. Is it Burata?
You don't even know.
Churches,
you don't even know the
mosques,
place that you went.
You see Fulanis, you see the natives, you see Yorubas.
You see Fulanis, you see the natives in Elisha. Elisha is Yoruba. You see, they're trying to play. This is all psychology. Let's not fall for it. We continue. They have no right to deny us the right to self-determination if they want us to be in one Nigeria. You cannot tell people you cannot have a self-determination and then you impose one Nigeria and you think that is okay. We're not the same. You need to go back to what I told you. You need to go back to Futajalon. You must go back there. But let's carry on back to this one again.
All coming together. This is the Nigeria we grew up in. Not the poison Nigeria, this Igboho. Yeah.
You see, again, he's trying to reference Sunday Igboho, that they picked that place because of it, the name. They picked that place. The kings and don't even bother with them whether they want to see them or not. Don't focus on that. What we are looking at is what these people are trying to do. They are trying to cause division in us. Let's not even fall for their game. We mustn't even fall for their game. The more I look at this, it's about understanding the mindset of the Fulanis. Their mindset is only on one goal, land. The mindset of the Fulani is only on one thing, the land in the south. That is all they want. They've mentioned it. Conquered territory. It's the land. It's the land. It's another way for saying land. You can look, listen, and understand what I'm saying. Just understand. The mindset of the Fulani is about taking the land in the south. And they view the south as conquered territory. What is conquered territory? It's a land. And they don't see the people in it. They see themselves as replacing us Yorubas, Biafrans, and Middle Belt in our own land and taking it over. That is their. So when they're talking about one Nigeria, understand that they're talking about one Nigeria for Fulanis, excluding Biafrans, Middle Belt, and Yorubas, the people in the south. Very important we understand that. So let's play on now.
Igbo people and people saying Nigeria is divided.
See, mocking us. Of course, Nigeria is divided because of the likes of Gumi sitting and walking, giving guns, sitting next to gunmen. And there's another picture I'm going to show you because I'm actually going to do that now. There's another picture I'm going to show you. They'll say, oh, you know, here we go. There's another picture I'm going to show you. And Gumi said that we should sympathize, or we should be kind to the terrorists who are killing us. So I'm going to show you this. There's one more. Here you go. So those are two pictures I want you to look at. And look, hey presto, look at who is next to Gumi. The same Professor Usman Yusuf, is it not? Is it not the same Professor Usman Yusuf? There's another story I'm going to tell you about him. Keep remembering. I will be bringing that up. I want you to share this broadcast to see the connection. Many will not make this connection, but you need to make this connection. You see? The same guy there, the same guy here, the same guys here. And they are talking to terrorists. While they're telling you and they're preaching that they believe in peace and harmony, they are talking to, look at the man next to him. See the man next to him in hood. That's a Boko Haram man. That's Boko Haram. And they're probably giving them, God knows, money or whatever. They're giving them stuff. With his eyes covered, with his face covered. They're giving them money, for all I know. Look at that. And that's Gumi. See? Same guy. Same guys, the same two guys. We've been asleep. The same two guys. This is a Fulani plan. It's happening right in front of us and we're not seeing it. We need to wake up. Yes, Southerners, wake up. Look again. Look at that. That's Professor Umar Yusuf, or whatever he's called his name. Yeah, Usman Yusuf. And Yusuf Usman, whatever one. I'll bring it back, give the exact details of this one. And that's Gumi. And that's a terrorist. Look at that. Terrorist again. Can you see? Can you see? Can you see? Can you see what we're saying? Southerners and total, we need to wake up. When you get this broadcast, please do something for me. I'd like you to do something it's very important. Please help as much as you can. Do this. Please tell friends and family, send it to them, get them to subscribe to CitizenAY on YouTube. Your help is very much needed in bringing this very important information to you. What we've just done right now is exposed that the two of them are working. This was taken months ago when they met the Fulani terrorists. They're the same people coming to preach to you about peace. The same people are working with the Fulani terrorists, ensuring that they continue the killing. So they're preparing the South to accept to be killed. And they're telling the Southerners, yes, we've cleared the ground, come in and do the killing. Whilst they're praying, whilst they believe in the religion, we will kill them. It's only a game. It's a game. Now, I'll play to the end and then let's do something. I'll come up with something else. So please, they need to go to where? I want you to remember. Send them back to Futajalon. That's where they belong. They will not stop until we send them back to where they came from. We need to send them back to God. Send them back to where they come from. Send them back to where they come from. Now, okay, so now what I want to do at this point is also Let's do this, play to the end, and I'll come back.
The elites that are dividing Nigeria.
It's not. It's the Fulanis who are intent to pretend as though we are keeping one Nigeria. One Nigeria is for the Fulanis in their eyes. Because of this, the new nation called Nigeria should be an estate of our great-grandfather Uthman Danfodio. We must ruthlessly prevent the change of power. We use the minorities in the north as willing tools and the south as conquered territory. Conquered territory means land, southern land. The land, they don't care about the people. They want the land because of our resources. And never allow them to rule over us and never allow them to have control over their future. This was a plan put in place 12 days after independence. We have never been independent. We have never been independent. Yorubas and Biafrans and Middle Belt have been slaves all of these 60 years. All of these 60 years. All of these 60 years. On the 12th of October 1960, quote me, quote me, quote me. Let's go on. Let's carry on. So here we go.
Nigeria is divided. It is the elites that are dividing Nigeria.
It's the Fulanis who want to keep us, they need to keep us oppressed and suppressed so they can take our resources.
We're here as Nigerians and we'll continue to be one, inshallah.
We are not one because you've said it yourself. You guys have said it with your leaders, your two leaders. I want you to have these things. Look at the two of them. The two of them. Tafawa Balewa, he says that they will continue their uninterrupted conquest to the sea in 1947. Ahmadu Bello said they see the south as conquered territory. And they've come into the south now. They came in hurriedly and they left. And all of this is all about psychology. We mustn't fall for it. I'm going to come back and do this broadcast later on, maybe even in English and maybe in Yoruba. But I'm going to do it. I will be playing this particular piece in the broadcast I do later on, either in English or in Yoruba. But please share this broadcast. Before I go, one more thing I want to show you. Not before I go. I'm actually not going yet. I'm going to do something more. They come from Futajalon. They must be. Look, with this idea that they have in mind, they don't deserve to be anywhere near where we Southerners are. They must be sent all the way back to Futajalon. Because whatever we agree or set up to agree with, they will never comply. Their plan remains to dominate, take over the whole of the South. They see it as a conquered territory. We need to understand the narrative. The psychology of the Fulanis is to play us so that they can take our land and make us slaves forever. We must reject that. Now, let's carry on with this broadcast and then I'll do something else.
Thank you very much.
You see, they're laughing there. All of this was done in a few minutes. They've got a few people around them, and who knows, they might even have guns, people with guns around them, knowing that nobody can stop them if they came with a gun in that place. But they didn't. But if they waited long enough, it might be a problem. So they just did that and they ran away. It's all a photo op to create an analogy. They are very upset that they can't get their hands on Sunday Igboho. They are extremely upset. They can't get their hands on Sunday Igboho. And we got news on the 15th of October. Sunday Igboho will be in court. They'll be taking the case to court in Benin Republic, and we expect that he will be freed. He will be freed, and no doubt he will be freed. But let's put this. So I wanted to bring that to you. Now let's do something here. You know that guy that you saw who was talking? This guy. Who's that guy? Let me.
This
You
is the
see that
Nigeria
guy?
we grew up.
You see? Let me give his name out so we can see. Yeah. Now, see that name? Professor Usman Yusuf. Yeah? Let me get him. Let me move his face forward so you can see.
Nigeria is
There. See that face? You recognize that face? I'm sure you would have been thinking, I know that face from somewhere. Here's where you know the face. Let's go in. They don't know we do research like this. Let's go in. Now, I've got news for you. This is the same guy. Now, let's zoom out and show you what he is. A corrupt official. He's a former pensions man. Professor Usman Yusuf, NHIS and history. Watch this. On July 2nd, 2019, President Muhammad Buhari sacked Professor Usman Yusuf from his position as Executive Secretary of the National Health Insurance Scheme. President sacked Professor Yusuf following the recommendations from a panel set up by the Secretary to the Federation in December 2018 to investigate all allegations leveled against him by workers of the organization. The panel recommended that the president dismiss him. He was dismissed from office. Are you hearing me? Professor Usman Yusuf, who likes to come around where one, he was dismissed from office. He's a man with fraudulent action. That's not a man we want around us at all. He is sacked from office. Earlier, a similar panel set up by Federal Ministry of Health in 2017 also found Professor Usman Yusuf recommended his sack from office. Following the recommendations of the report by an independent fact-finding panel on the NHIS, President Muhammad Buhari has approved the termination of the appointment of Executive Secretary Professor Usman Yusuf, who has been on administrative leave, and has approved the appointment of Professor Mohammed Sambo as the new Executive Secretary. That, you see, they took these guys don't care because of the so much furore about Professor Usman Yusuf. They allowed him. You see, if they see that they cannot keep that position, they will impose another Fulani man on us. Mohammed Sambo is another professor that they imposed on us. Can you see what is going on? Again, I keep reminding you, this is the same Professor Usman Yusuf that you will see. No, not there. Sorry, not this one. Beg your pardon. Not this one. It's this one that I want to show you. Where is it? Sorry. I'm going to show you in a minute. It's important you understand. If you don't follow this, you'll be thinking that is him, the same guy. You see, same guy with Gumi, same guy. So after he was sacked, he's now the man that they're using for in running. He's part of the government. I bet he's being paid by the government. He's part of the government because he chose. Listen to the words they said. He said here, he said now, who has been on administrative leave and has approved, he approved, a man that was sacked, approved the appointment of Professor Mohammed Sambo as the new executive secretary. Do you understand this is a Fulani nation. We want no part of it. They must go back to where? Futajalon. Here we go. Look at this. They need to go back to Futajalon. We must keep reminding they have to go back to Futajalon. We must send them back. Now, let's carry on. So let's read on a little bit more. This is something to round up, but I want to just give that information. So now, as the executive secretary of the NHIS, Professor Usman Yusuf was in a rare, unique position to activate and positive developments and needed reforms in the nation's health sector, especially in primary health across 36 states of Nigeria and the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. The above was realizable because NHS was more than adequately funded by the government due to the importance accorded to the scheme. But rather than work for Nigeria and its people, listen. Rather than work for Nigeria and its people, Professor Yusuf mindlessly did the opposite. His actions provoked workers on NHS who revolted and called for his probe. It is necessary to state that Professor Usman Yusuf is one of those to be held accountable over the sorry state of the Nigeria's health sector, especially very critical primary health subsector. Since he was sacked, Professor Yusuf has been silent. So, listen to I'm going to highlight this. You see, he talks about one Nigeria, but he is responsible. He should be held accountable over the sorry state of Nigeria's health sector, especially the very critical primary health subsector. This is the same man that's telling you to believe in one Nigeria. Do you understand? This is the same man. The same man here, you see, this man here who was sacked because he failed to provide the health sector is here talking to you about religion. Can you see that religion they're using the religion, it's a fraud. They don't believe in it. They don't care about it. They want the land. They don't care. He was even given the power to nominate his own successor. When somebody has done this, when he's been held accountable for over the sorry state of Nigeria's health sector, and he's now given the power to nominate a successor? What do you think he will do? A successor that he will be benefiting from. Look, there is no such thing as one Nigeria. I hope you've seen it, but from the evidence I'm providing to you. Whilst we're going ahead, at this point, I want you to please subscribe to CitizenAY on YouTube. Please do so. Please spread the message, hit the likes, hit the thumbs up. Very, very important. I should have shared this on YouTube, Facebook, but I will be doing that on other platforms, but I will do. This is very important. You're hearing it here first. That's why we speak about only truth here. The platform where we speak truth to power. CitizenAY, the platform where we speak truth to power. We speak truth to power. That's what we're doing. And we're exposing all of their lies. So now, listen. He has been silent. But of course, he's now resurfaced as the new the right-hand man to Gumi. Don't take my word for it. It's here. That's the same Umar. Look at that. Can you see? So before somebody, look at that. Professor Usman Yusuf. Can you see that? And it's the same Professor Usman Yusuf. Can you see? Now, let's do this. I want to make sure we get this right. So, that is Professor Usman Yusuf with a smile on his face.
Detainee in
you see that?
Benin Republic. Nigeria is one and will always remain one.
You see, that is him there, and that is him there. Now he's talking about Nigeria remaining one. But he ruined the health sector. He should not even be showing his face anywhere. He should not even be showing his face. But many people don't connect the dots. And what we're doing on CitizenAY is connecting the dots. Now watch this. Keep watching. I'll read it to the end. Sorry, I'm going to read it to the end. I'm not going to do much more. So, but like every Tom, Dick, and Harry, Professor Yusuf has come out of his hiding place and found the coronavirus pandemic as an excuse to make public speech, believing Nigerians must have forgotten its history. So he's talking about, we're not interested in that. But I'm not interested in his speech about that. I'm not interested in that. I'm not interested in all of that, you know. So he's been sacked. He was sacked July 2nd, 2019. He's a man that wasted. So I'm going to make sure this line shows up, you know. It is necessary to state that Professor Usman Yusuf, is one of those to be held accountable over the sorry state of affairs of Nigeria's health sector, especially the very critical primary health subsector. And it's the same man telling you to that we are all one, we're all happy, we all grew up and everything else. When you listen to that without reading this, you wouldn't know. The professor is of course a fraud. Gumi is now the right-hand man to Gumi. I hope you're seeing what we're seeing. We need to send these people back to Futajalon. They must be sent back to Futajalon because their agenda has and always remained, will always remain. Their agenda has and will always remain conquering us in the south. So if you enter into an agreement with the Fulanis, you can be rest assured that they will never relent until they achieve their goal of conquering the south. This is why we need to send them back to Futajalon. It states there, they will continue their uninterrupted conquest to the sea, Tafawa Balewa. Amadu Bello says, the south is viewed as conquered territory. The south is viewed as a conquered territory. It is viewed as a conquered territory, and they are taking out all their actions are geared towards that. The killings going on is connected to this. I urge every southerner, wake up. When you get this broadcast, please share it, share far and wide. Let the whole world see the fraud that we're faced with. We must no longer accept this nonsense. The man, Professor Usman Yusuf, is a fraud. Gumi is a terrorist man. You've seen in the pictures I've posted. Everything is all linked. They must all go back to Futajalon. And Usman Danfodio's estate is not anywhere near, it's not in the south. They should go back to Futajalon for his estate. He has no claim to any part of the south. Usman Danfodio has zero claim to any part of the south. He can go and claim Futajalon. He has no claim here. He has no claim in Yoruba land, in Biafra land, in Middle Belt. None. So, ladies and gentlemen, you're watching CitizenAY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Thanks for watching. Please share this broadcast. Before you go, please make sure you subscribe. subscribe to CitizenAY on YouTube. We get you information. We only speak truth to power. We do clear investigation. We come back with facts and we back them up with evidence, irrefutable evidence. So please, we urge you, subscribe. Thanks for watching. You're watching CitizenAY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Thank you and goodbye.